episode of Showtime. On today's episode, we will be covering what has been happening in the earth lately. The events, the sports event. What do we call them? Sports events?
Yeah.
The sports events, the bit of news that has been happening, pop culture and all, and our experiences that we've had here in DRC.
So what we're going to be going into today is deep diving into, the details. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some controversial news as well. I think we'll get into that because it struck a whole nation, but well, a whole group, a whole
So
demographic.
dramatic, okay.
Very dramatic. No, it did. That was crazy.
Maybe.
No. Yeah.
And of course, before we get into that, I'm sure you guys noticed that we're dressed differently
Yeah, it's just
today. So on
wonder
today's
what this
episode,
is.
we are sponsored by and dressed by Lola Mokambila. This attire, this getup of ours is from the Latai Kolonayo. That accent. This this look is from her from Lola Makambila's collection that came out on DRC Fashion Week. The collection being Lata Ekolo Nayo. So we might as well just get up and show you.
I think I might as well
how
start.
the outfits look like.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I am wearing a wonderful piece by Lola Mokambila. So, obviously, you have your, your kuba here. And then I'm looking at the metallic fabric that I have, wearing a tie with it. So this is my own style, but obviously, you can wear this with absolutely anything. I love the sleeves. I decided to also add a bit of my own accessories. As a tall guy,
It's giving
I think I look
Africa.
absolutely fantastic. It's giving Africa, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh no, it's giving DRC.
It's giving DRC,
Yeah.
okay? It's giving I'm a leopard. It's giving don't mess with me, I'll bite you. It's giving a lot. Let's just say it's giving.
It's
Okay.
giving.
Fantastic. I started doing this because of this
Yeah, it's-
human being here.
My turn.
Yes.
So this is my outfit today. It is a jumpsuit, handmade. Here's a bit of raffia. Raffia at the bottom as well.
Ooh.
And I
love
love
it.
the way it moves and it's so flowy and everything. Yeah, and it's kind of long, but it's perfect for heels. I mean, wouldn't you want to look like you're on stilts? And I wore it with this. This is not Lola Makamila, but I was told that my shoulders are a bit controversial. So apparently, conservatism?
Conservative?
Conservatism? Is it?
Technically, all Africans are conservative. This is
I'm
a
trying
whole
to be
conversation.
conservative, so
Yeah.
this is my take on being conservative. But then, here, there is an asymmetric design, and you can find the full thing on Lola Makambila on all socials.
Period.
You know what? We
Yeah.
might as well get into talking about.
But what happened if,
First of all, I want to ask you, since you were literally a model at DRC Fashion Week.
yes.
How was your experience being in front of the camera and behind the scenes at the same time?
So I want to scratch the in front of the camera just for a little bit and just talk about the behind the scenes.
Okay.
You know how people think that fashion is all glitz and glam, and what you do is you walk, and all you do is you walk and you go back.
Isn't that all you do,
And you
though?
sit down. No.
Oh,
You get
okay.
yelled at. Okay, people yell at you. Okay, no, I'm kidding. But honestly, there was a lot of yelling because you had to go in and then change and then go out because we had multiple stylists. I think we had almost 10 different stylists.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So we had to just go in and go out and go in and go out. And it was stressful because they had a time period and they were just yelling yo, where's this model? Where's that model? Where's that model? And people were stressing. You know what I mean? Because obviously if you're getting yelled at, it's not nice. But I mean, we only kind of knew that's the way it went. No one was angry at anyone else.
Yeah.
The anger usually just came from the work aspect of it.
Or hunger?
Yeah, or hunger. No, but people ate, so we're fine.
Okay.
We actually they fed us. Okay, there was no we were mistreated. No, they took really good
feed
care of
their
us.
models.
They fed us as
They don't
models.
want,
Okay,
they
it
don't
was
want
really
models who are
good.
going to fall off.
Exactly.
because they're hungry.
Imagine taking a walk and then you suddenly tumble. and now you just people think it's part of the show. You never know. You fall there, people think it's part of the show. They look at you.
That's funny.
You pass out, and then people just have to stay there. People walk around you because the model can't pick you up. Okay, they're just gonna but that's a whole different. That's an extremity.
Yeah, that's very
We won't talk about that. But all in all, and then just going to what happened in front of the cameras, it was so fun. Like as soon as obviously I got past all the screaming, the yelling, I got to walk. Just being in front of, because I love being in front of people. I love entertaining.
Yeah.
It was really fun to just do my thing. No one really telling me like walk a certain way. I mean, obviously we had the training, but like it's through my flow, and I could express myself. So that's how I really felt with it. I wore lovely designs. I wore designs by Lola Mokambila and Mami as well.
Donda fashion.
Donda fashion, yes. Sorry, I'm making it personal. Donda fashion and Lola Mokambila. It was really wonderful. I loved her design. I love the people I met as well. Mami being the designer of Donda Design, and Esther Mokambila being the designer of Lola Mokambila. I loved it. I met some really wonderful people. I saw lots of stars, like on the red carpet and everything. I took lots of pictures, made lots of contacts. But it was fantastic. I loved it. What about you though? I mean, you were there.
I was there. I was in the audience.
Yeah.
It was so cool being at a fashion week. And it was even cooler it being themed on Congolese culture.
Yeah.
I loved the fact that we were able to see people, Congolese people from different sides of Congo with different cultures and tribes come together and express their culture in fashionistic ways. Fashionistic is a word, right?
Fashionistic, it's a word today.
Okay, it's a word today. I do not know if that's a word. In fashionable ways. And we just got to see how everyone thinks in unique ways. There were some outfits there that I did not imagine would have come out of someone's mind.
Yeah.
Someone had a green outfit that was kind of like a leaf, like a plant, and I just thought you're something. You're something. You're amazing.
I like you.
There was someone with an outfit that kind of looked like the inside of a woman's womb, I'm guessing, and the person was holding a baby, and I'm guessing the baby was part of the outfit.
It's like a tribal placenta kind of thing.
Tribal placenta.
Yeah.
Is that scientifically correct?
I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't done science.
We're not scientists. Okay, we're literally on the show. So.
Yeah. But it was it was amazing. People had their hair styled in just very tribal ways, very beautiful, very natural ways. We got to see people's natural hair, and it was lovely. And I'm just so glad that I got to be there. I'm glad that this was the first ever DRC Fashion Week that I partook in, and I was shell-shocked a lot.
Yeah.
Because at the end, plus it's nighttime, I saw a lot of people.
A lot of silhouettes.
And I saw some people, and I looked at their faces, and in my head, I don't know what was happening in there. I just kept looking at them, and I did not move my gaze.
That's not weird.
And at the end of the day, when I went home, I realized, oh my goodness, this is this person. And I guess my mind was circuiting because I did not fully understand who I was looking at.
Yeah.
And we made eye contact, but I do not know why, for the life of me, I did not look away. It was like a stare down.
When you're mesmerized by someone.
Yeah, I guess maybe I was mesmerized. So if you saw me there and I was looking at you and maybe I looked angry, I'm so sorry. Maybe you were just gorgeous and I did not fully understand how gorgeous you were.
Period.
Or maybe I knew you from social media and I did not know that I knew you in the moment. I'm so sorry for freaking you out. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sorry. I photobombed a couple of pictures, of course, because I was there. I wanted to have fun. It's my first ever fashion week.
Yeah.
Of course, I wasn't like weird about it. I photobombed specific pictures, and then afterwards, I remember as I photobombed one, they called me back for to be a part of the picture. So, and that's how I met other people as well. My sisters were all there, so it was really fun. Like all of us, we were all there.
Yeah.
We were all chilling at some point. My mom was there too. It was a vibe, and yeah, I mean the red carpet was really good.
Really good.
It was really good red carpet.
Yeah, but I think we should end there because we can
Shouldn't-
talk about this
Yeah, we can talk about Fashion Week
forever.
forever. But this is the thing. I wanted to talk about this the whole day.
Yeah, you did.
What happened during Miss DRC Universe? I think you
Oh,
should
Miss
stay-
Universe DRC.
Yeah, Miss Universe DRC. Because if I start talking, I don't think I'm going to end.
Okay, cool.
So I think you should go first.
So, in short, there was a Miss Universe DRC competition that reopened up, I think, last year. And this year was the second edition ever of Miss Universe DRC. It was reopened by the director, Ms. Anadoka Bika, and everything was going great. We got our winner recently. We got our winner, second runner-up, and the third runner-up. And then I think a few days later,
Couple.
they-
I think it had to be 2-3.
maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
But they sent out a communication a few days later
Oof.
saying that the Miss Universe DRC winner, Ms. Deborah Gemma, they said that she would no longer be Miss Universe because she had done something that they deemed unacceptable. And the phrasing and the wording and the communication seemed very aggressive
Yeah.
in the light of the people reading. To the people reading, it seemed very aggressive, and it was giving off trying to spin the narrative of Miss Universe DRC, Miss Gemma, or she was Miss Universe DRC. She's no longer. They tried to spin her off as a villain in a lot of people's opinions.
Yeah.
And I understand why they would think that. And we assumed that it would, the title would fall upon the second runner-up or the third runner-up, but that's not what happened, and someone entirely different got crowned as Miss Universe DRC. The person crowned is not a newbie. Her name is Miss Dorcas Dienda. She is a Miss. She has been a Miss before. She participated in Miss DRC in the past, and she did not win, but she went on to Miss Africa, and she won Miss Africa and represented us well there. And
So she has credentials.
she's a great person to compete for us in Miss Universe DRC. But I guess the people just do not like how it came about.
Yeah.
Because there was a competition. They were thinking, okay, but then why did she not go through the competition like everyone else?
Yeah.
But there are a lot of questions that we might not get any answers to. But I just hope that she will represent us well in Miss Universe in Thailand this year. And she's a great contestant. Don't get me wrong. I guess the people just feel a bit snubbed and taken advantage of
Yeah.
in this case.
It stung for a lot of people. One of the things that made it stung. The only thing that made it sting was, it's like, okay, we liked her and we got to know the other contestants.
Yeah.
We liked them as well. We thought that maybe this could be their journey as well. And for a lot of people, it was like almost it was ripped away. And a lot of people talked about the contract because obviously she wouldn't sign the
Yeah,
contract.
she
What
wouldn't
was
sign the
in
contract.
the contract?
Yeah.
Was it something that she deemed inappropriate? That's why she wouldn't sign it?
Or
Or did she feel
maybe-
like she was being done a disservice? And
Yeah.
now people want to know because you know what Congolese people, we want to
We
know.
want to know.
At least, I mean, come on, if you take someone out of the position, Congolese people always want to know
Yeah,
why.
why?
We're nosy like that, but I feel like it's fine. I feel like it
Yeah.
helps our nation to a certain degree
Yeah.
to be nosy, so we can also fight for you or against you or whatever.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, we were involved in the process. So why would we be removed out of the process that put a non-contestant into the role
It's
of
very
Miss
true.
DRC
A lot of people
Universe
felt
DRC?
like they voted. I mean, we voted for this person to
voted.
be in, and it almost like, okay, so our votes kind of amounted to nothing. Like I think that's kind of how a lot of
Yeah.
people feel. But I mean, now we just have to wait and see how it goes. Like I said, the new candidate for, I mean the one who's going to be representing us for Miss Universe, internationally, she does have credentials, and we'll just have to see how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but oh man, moving on to a bit more sadder news.
Sad,
Yeah, so what happened was it was about a week ago. Sadly, there was a breach in the contracting of the accords of what happened between us, the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda, in Doha, and it was facilitated by America, the American Secretary, Foreign Minister, if I'm correct, Marco Rubio.
Okay.
There was a whole video about it and everything, and we thought that this was it. Like maybe this is the idea that DRC can get peace. There was a breach in contract. The M23 rebels, in an official statement issued on September 2025, September 5th, 2025, the provincial authorities announced the night of arrival of an estimated 750 Rwandan military contingent through the Musoka track in the territory of Ijwi. According to the document signed by the provincial government spokesman, Luganwa Bashizi Didier, corresponding information also indicates the beginning of construction of a Rwandan police camp at Bwando, so in our borders. Mugoto Group on the shores of Lake Kivu, directly opposite Kibuye, Rwanda, so directly opposite the area of Rwanda as well. A violation of sovereignty that's what they're claiming. For South Kivu, this is a blatant violation of territorial integrity and a clear attempt for an annexation hidden behind the M23 rebellion supported by Kigali. This new incursion is in addition to a long series of acts of aggression suffered by our country, the statement stated. So now it's calling out to the international community as well. Yo, if you are not in DRC, or if you are in DRC, tell the world, because at this point if a peace treaty couldn't stop this, I think it should be, and now we should take it to social media, And as much as people have been trying to get our voices out there, we continue the fight. Now this is almost like a propaganda battle, you know what I mean? And by propaganda, but it's almost like propaganda as in they're trying to hide what's going on, and by saying there was a peace deal, and then they leave that there. And while people's eyes are kind of away from DRC, that's when they kind of sneak in, you know what I mean, to do what they're doing again. I find this terrible, but how do you feel?
What I heard and what has stuck with me is that they signed a peace treaty and yet they are not adhering to the treaty that they signed. Honestly, everyone has forgotten. In case you guys don't know, now you know. There is still war happening in DRC. There is still a turf war. The war is not done. So please, to those of you who are outside of these borders, who are outside of DRC, who come from DRC, who just Africans in general, the whole world in general, it is not over. Please do not forget that this is happening. Please, where you can, spread the news. Do not allow people to forget that DRC is still crying out and it is still bleeding. Please do not allow your fellow Africans to go through things like this and say nothing. Because at the end of the day, we are all united. We are one family. Just, you live next door and I live here. That's the only difference. So please support the Congolese friends. Please support Congolese people. Please just check up on your Congolese friends wherever they are. Just check up on each other as well. Because these things, they can hurt physically and emotionally as well. You might not be there, but you could feel the brunt of pain from the fact that you know someone who lives there directly. Honestly, I'm just a little annoyed. Like, if you're gonna sign the treaty, please, let's be in accord.
Let's be in accord. You know what I mean? But obviously, there's so many nuances to this. Our platform is not necessarily to give the nuances.
Yeah.
To talk about the nuances, because then it goes to a different territory where it's our opinions, and we have lots of those. But
lots of opinions, but we're not gonna give our opinions.
We can't be giving our opinions. We've said what we said, but like I said, like Divine said, actually, tell your friends, tell everyone, check up on people. But honestly, with what's happening, I know that it's a bit heavy. So I'd rather move on to a bit of a lighter subject. I don't know how light it's gonna be because it hits home with the Congolese territory here. It hits home a lot because it was in our own backyard. So DRC recently played a World Cup qualifying match where we sadly lost 2-0 to 3-2 to Senegal. So what happened was we were 2-0 up. But obviously Senegal, you know their might. I mean, they had some of their best stars on show.
But in our defense,
What defense?
That's Senegal.
It is Senegal. That's our defense. But honestly, we had all the tools. It's just Senegal just they showed up. I would love to talk about the tactical aspect of it because I have my opinions, but that's a lot. All I'm going to say is that there still is a way as if you're Congolese, there still is a way for DRC to qualify. But I will mention some of the teams that have already qualified for the World Cup.
Okay.
Or that are in position to do so. So in Africa, Morocco is already qualified. They have lost none of their games actually.
Oh wow.
Morocco are probably one of the strongest contenders. I mean, they have some of the best players, even in Europe. You know what I mean?
Cool.
So okay.
No, I don't want to know.
Do you want to know?
This isn't about them. Move on.
We're appreciating all teams. Okay,
Move
Fakimi,
on.
I love you. Remember me. I said this. Yes, another team en route to qualifying, if I'm correct, South Africa. You're doing a really good job as well. They had a 1-1 draw with Nigeria, which put them in a good position. Other teams that qualified, so obviously the big dogs, Argentina, Brazil, Colombia have qualified. France are en route to qualifying. Obviously, like like I said, the big dogs. Teams that have had automatic qualification because the World Cup is being held in 2026 in America. It's going to be co-hosted by 3 nations actually. It's America, Canada, and Mexico.
Oh, cool.
They all make up the North American continent. So it's going to be a lot of traveling, but I think they'll be fine. The final is going to be held in New Jersey though. It's going to be held in New Jersey. Once again, remember, 2026, New Jersey. I'm still holding out hope the DRC will be there.
Hopefully, I need them to be there.
I need my country in the World Cup. It's going to be over 50 years that we haven't been in the World Cup.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Yeah, 50 years.
That's a long time.
50 years the DRC has never touched the World Cup. So even just the World Cup finals, like the World Cup group stages at all, like nothing. We've never touched that for 50 years. So we're hoping that to get back on course. There still is a way. And I will explain it for those who are very interested because I know a lot of people want to know how DRC can still make it. Qualifying. Now, it was actually posted on the official account, and also it was also publicized by other European channels and everything.
For FIFA?
Yeah, for FIFA.
Okay.
Like how it can work and how we can still
cool.
qualify. So, sadly, after its defeat against Senegal, DRC no longer has its destiny in its hands. So the thing is, if Senegal were to lose by any chance, like all their games, and then we win both of our games, we qualify. But it's Senegal. So I don't see that happening. But there's another way, and we'll only be able to recover its first place case if the missteps of the Lions, like I just explained. But it's not over yet. Going to the World Cup, the Leopards must aim for a place among the four best second places in Africa, a place they already occupy virtually. So we're already there. We're amongst the top 4 best second place candidates in Africa.
Like a first place.
Yes. So there are multiple groups, and then let's say they're looking for 4 teams that are second place, that are the best second place.
Oh.
So if you have the best, I think it's also goal difference, best points, best goal difference, second place, you qualify.
Okay.
DRC, virtually we are there. So if we can keep that place, then we are eligible for this. The immediate objective is to beat Togo away and Sudan in October. So Sudan will be coming here, and we're going to be facing Sudan. And we have to fix the goal difference as well. The next, it's going to be, if we end up achieving this goal, the semi-final, the best 4 runners-up face off. So all 4 countries that are second place, that are the best, they're going to be facing each other.
Okay.
The one who wins wins all their matches, they qualify for the next stage. The final winners play one last cup match. FIFA tournament. DRC would face a team of teams in Asia, CONCACAF, which is North and Central America, and CONMEBOL, which is South America, or even Oceania, to date. So it's going to be then after we've played those matches, we have another tournament to play against other teams from other continents. Yeah, it's a long road.
That's a whole lot of soccer.
It is a whole lot of
my
football
brain.
to play for DRC, but I think we can do it. We have a really good team.
I
We have
believe
a
so.
really good team. We have fantastic players. I think we can do it. Personally, that's me. I was delusional about it. I don't call it delusion. I call it faith. I believe DRC can win the World Cup. That's just me. If you don't believe it, that's on you. But there still is a chance. So to date, only Bolivia and New Caledonia are qualified for these dams. And the winner of the two finals will qualify for the cup. So anything is possible. DRC can still qualify. It looks like a harder road, if we don't take the first position.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, hold out hope. Okay, we have some really good players. Our boys Cedric and Johan. Okay, I think they're going to be doing a brilliant job. I mean, come on, they've been scoring goals. They're used to this. They play for some of the best teams in Europe. Trust them. I'm praying. Look, like I said, but we really do have a good team. I think this is like, would I say it's a golden generation? Maybe.
Honestly, we might win, but even if we don't, one thing that I realized this week when we were having
The match.
I wasn't watching. I'm not a soccer fan, but he was watching.
Yeah.
And people were watching. And when they scored their first goal, the whole neighborhood,
Bro, it was like we were in a stadium.
it's like we were in a stadium. It erupted in screams, and it gave me the want to go and watch the match.
Right?
And then the second goal, louder, even louder. I went outside. My dogs were barking with the people screaming.
And our dogs are Congolese.
Congolese dogs
We have Congolese
love the
dogs.
Congolese team.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
You,
So,
actually, the time the time that you heard the first goal, I was walking down to the store.
okay.
So I only heard it, but I'm like, oh shit, we scored. And then I was just there. I was in the shop. I was with the boys. So, side quest with the boys. If you know, you know. So we were buying a couple of stuff, and then the second goal was scored. And then people just started shouting. I'm like, what happened? And then people are asking me, what's the score? Like, that's how you know the camaraderie is insane. People are asking me what the score is. And then I go out, I hear people yelling, and I hear literally the stadium type noise you were talking about, even louder. I see people high-fiving people they didn't know. I'm serious. There was I was literally shaking the hand of a security guard, and I was going crazy.
Yeah!
I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, hey, Papa,
wait.
Tuchaki, oh. And, like, it was crazy. It was fantastic. I loved it. And then obviously everything descended into chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah, they scored the one goal, and then everyone was just quiet. Just like, yee. Like, that's all we did.
Yeah.
I remember even the motor drivers, like, so we have motorcycles and like as a form of transport. They were like, we scored. But this time they were saying, they scored. And their faces were so somber.
Oh.
Like, they just kept going down. And then then it was 2-2. We were like, oh, shoot. And then we're like, you know what? There's a chance our boys can score. And we're seeing how everything was happening. And then the third goal came in. Everyone was just tired. The people were angry. Most of us were tired.
Yeah.
I wanted to go sleep.
He was tired.
So I didn't want to eat. It was late in the evening. My team literally just conceded the third goal. I wanted to go sleep. It was what it was. Yeah, we had sadly we had DRC fans breaking the chairs
Yeah.
at the stadium.
That is a bit of a no-no, guys.
Yeah.
Please,
yeah.
let's take a loss like a champ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, man, that's I think that might be all our topics.
I think so.
I think so. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess that's it for today. I had a great time talking.
I had a great time.
You know what I
talking.
mean?
My lips are tired even.
Your lips are never
The
tired.
muscles on my lips are
You
tired.
never get tired of talking.
Okay,
You're a
sure.
liar.
Anyways, so I think that's all we have for you today on Showtime. Do you have anything else to say, brother?
No, not at all. Honestly, come back for more. We love doing this show. It's fantastic, and we love you guys.
We love you, and it's finally time to go. And of course, we have to say, what time is it?
It's showtime.